This week that sevens is going to become a big feature as part of their build-up, using it like New Zealand, Australia, England and other countries have in the past. And there is the giant screen as they welcome the two teams. The second Cup semi-final at the HSBC Sevens World Series number 13. Well, Simon Mannix, these two teams definitely deserved their victory. Samoa 24-21 over Fiji, and New Zealand made light work of Argentina, winning 40 points to 5 earlier on today.
They were both very impressive victories as well, weren't they? The New Zealanders, we know what to expect. Samoa have really upped their level, particularly in the last game of the round robin stage yesterday. And it's going to be a huge challenge for these Samoan boys, but the look on the eyes tell it all, and the captain there, Mai. And
you can see there, Adi Severe, the man behind DJ Forbes, the band there, Mum, Dad and Nana. Words of inspiration that individuals need. They seem to write it on their wrists there now. There he is, the man of the moment. DJ Forbes, 49th tournament, 93 tries. And they're very well aware of how dangerous Samoa are. Good crowd in here, wonderful conditions. And the man in control of this in his 70th match on the World 7 Series, very good ref from Australia, is Anthony Moyes. So much on the shoulders of Mark Jackman with no Tomasi Tharma, and also Joe Webber, who made such an impact when he came on. First touch of the ball against Argentina, scored a try. Mark Jackman made his debut in Wellington this year, the 23-year-old. We're underway in the second Cup semi-final. Samoa in the blue, New Zealand in the traditional black. Fausaliva. Now they're patient here. This is the play that we've seen Samoa getting it out to Paul Perez, who doesn't mind a bit of contact into the tackle of Charles Piutau. Naholo was there and they drive him into touch.
Piutau, Naholo, superb defence. First touch from Perez. We didn't really get to see him open out to see how the injury was looking. Looked to be a groin strain, didn't it, earlier today?
Yeah, either the abductor or the groin strain, but never got any leg drive. And Gordon Titchens told me that he feels so much more confident when Charles Piutau is on the field in the centre position, because he's got a lot of young players around him. Of course, no Frank Halai here in Tokyo. Jackman finds Mickelson. Great set piece from New Zealand. Now Webber, the stepper, off the left foot, through the gap. Piutau, they've knocked it forward and it falls into the hands of Uwali Mai. No sweeper, and now it's just a matter of kick and chase. PC against Jackman. Jackman is getting back, so is Ken PC. Jackman will win the race. Severe gets back very quick. The young 18-year-old into contact. Mickelson is there as well. Forbes needs to get there early. This could be a turnover for Samoa, and it is. Incorrect entry. Jackman taps and goes. Mark Jackman. Fausaliva comes in and tackles, and that ball has been pushed back. Holding on, says the referee. You're shaking your head, Simon Mannix.
2 calls in a row that have gone the way of New Zealand, which are very surprising calls from the referee. But, well, the New Zealanders will not be complaining, but a ferocious start by Samoa, isn't it?
Oh, that's brilliant. One mistake is all it takes in this game. And there's Mark Jackman. Let's have a look at the step and the show and go from Piutau, just overrunning it on that occasion. Then the kick.
Great chase back, PC really, but Jackman does very well. He can hold his line between the ball and chase it. There was no blocking. Severe did well.
Yeah, Severe months ago was at secondary school. He would have been studying Japanese as opposed to playing here on the big international stage as they push it wide to Naholo. Naholo on PC and Perez. Piutau there to support. Webber clears it. Good structure from the New Zealand team as they push it from one side to the other. Severe has his captain Forbes to his right, then to the left, into contact with Fausaliva. Mickelson, he's used to this environment. One of the more experienced players gets it over to the young man Xavier. Needs some support. It's been stolen here by Tuapau. Tuapau to Fausaliva. Fausaliva finds Levasa. Wally Mai just knocks it on there. High intensity, high pace game.
very high-paced game, and small mistakes are going to be made to pay, aren't they? But it's about accuracy in this pressure environment, and both sides are a little bit guilty of forcing it at the moment. As we see here, the youngster Savia just throwing it away, trying to force it out of a tackle situation. Then it's on to the big man, fellow Savia. He's been so impressive. Unfortunately, just been lost forward here by Lavasar, and he's been well to give him a little bit of treatment on his ankle there as well.
Riley Mai, the most experienced player on the world circuit, tournament number 77, as you would have seen in the stats earlier on. 141 tries, and Lavasa there. Rupina Lavasa, man who made his debut in Dubai in 2007, a school teacher. 33rd tournament, Jackman feeds it. This is Weber, that's their own try line. Piutau now looking to force his way into the field of play. He does so brilliantly. Ball is there, Jackman flicks it back. Dangerous play, but Samoa offside. And Tim Mickelson brings it to the mark. That's been lost forward.
3 penalties to 0 after 4 minutes of play. The New Zealanders getting the run of the whistle, if you like, at the moment. But, well, they're going to have to make it count, because at the moment they're really struggling territorially here.
Well, they've been playing the game mostly in their own half, haven't they, as Jackman kicks it down. And here is Stephen Beetham, man that came into the coaching role since 2009, taking over from Dickie Taufua. And the man that's been at the helm since 1994, Gordon Titchens. Of course, crown champions 9 for the past 12 tournaments are New Zealand. So good at the set piece, and here's Mickelson again. Great throw from Jackman to Forbes on this occasion. Piutau at first receiver, but not required, and Jackman on the angled run. Mark Jackman now looking for some support. That off the knee. Referee says play on. Here's Paul Perez. Perez will have too much space for Forbes. Ball in one hand. Now Perez pins his ears back, testing that groin strain. Piutau comes across to make a crucial tackle. Iono, Uwali Mai. Mai sizing up the options. The dummy, the show, and the go. Uwali Mai's going to score. All the experience in the world, Uwali Mai. Something magical in the semi-final. These pictures going live through Apia, and I'm sure you're enjoying them as well.
Great play from Perez. First of all, wasn't it who set it up? This is where the ball was lost forward. He went to kick it ahead. It came off the knee. Now it's Perez who recovers it and back play. Well, he was injured, and we thought he was no chance of playing in this game. Well, no signs of it there. Striding out, really putting pressure under the New Zealand defence. Have a look at the presentation of the ball. Superb play. And then it's out to the little genius Mai. Have a look. Naholo comes in. I don't know what he was trying to hit there. Too easy for the little fella. And that's a 7-pointer. Well played, Samoa.
Well, you saw it that he was actually back where Paul Perez picked the ball up after the grubber kick, or the knee kick forward through from Jackman. So Wali Mai went coast to coast, as Keith Quinn would call it. What a start. There it is, the all-important kick out taken by Mickelson. Well, New Zealand through Weber and Piutau need to strike. There's the danger man with plenty of pace in the hollow. Ball in one hand. Thought he could get around the outside of Perez. May have gone out there, and he has.
Outstanding play, Perez, isn't it? You know, sorry to harp on about the same point. Quite a miraculous recovery to see him out here on the field. And he's having influences, ball in hand, and without the ball also. Superb tackle.
Well, what a player, though. You talk about great ambassadors, and Wali Mai is certainly one of those, as Mickelson gets up and spoils the throw for Samoa. Piutau's been very busy in the first 6 minutes of this game, straight on into Perez. You expect that with these two nations, nothing given. Sevilla finally with some possession, out to Forbes. Mickelson is there. Mickelson with the quick pass to Sevilla. Another big tackle coming in from Fal Saliva. Guilty of leaving his feet is Iono. New Zealand is so good at scoring right at the death at the interval, and that's what they'll try and do here. Jackman has Naholo out to the right. Naholo just been held there. Support from Piutau. Tackle coming in from PC. Ruck is there. Jackman. Now to Weber. Great stepper is Weber, trying to use the referee. Naholo. Waisaki Naholo, 5 metres out from the Samoa try line. Siren has sounded. Players out to the left, and that's been knocked on by Joe Weber. 7 gone, and that's what Samoa lead by. A enthralling contest here, the second semi-final of the Cup. Samoa leading 7 points to nil.
An incredible first half. We had it all, haven't we? We've had the intensity, we've seen the speed. There's some huge hits coming in from Samoa. Gee, they're really trying to dominate New Zealand, who just look a little bit rattled without the presence of Thamasa on the field. I feel DJ Forbes really got to step up here in the second half and try and take a little bit more control of the side.
Okay,
Let's see what Gordon Teachers is saying.
They're getting up on Charlie and then on the outside. We now bring it back on France. We bring it back. Like when we bring it back on, we can't just play around it. We've got to go. We've got to go. Come in field, quick ball, and then we go. So take the ball forward. We can't just keep side to side because they're drifting. So we need to do that. Someone come back and run a blues, and then we go through. People need to hold on to the ball. If you're in midfield in traffic, go to ground, get tackled, buy some time. Okay, we get back into it.
Here is Samoan coach Steve Beetham. Well, the words there from Stephen Beetham. So much self-belief in this Samoan side after they defeated New Zealand in Las Vegas last month. And Gordon Teachers, what did he say? What was the message there?
Well, he said that the Samoan defence obviously drifting across field, so by that he means they're just shifting side to side. They're not coming up and putting pressure on. What have we got to do? We've got to change our lines of running. So look in the second half for the New Zealand side to have guys hitting short, and if not, a switch to the blind side as well.
Well, fourth on the all-time leader is Uali Mai. Behind Gollings, Waisali Serevi, and also Tomasi Tama, who passed Waisali Serevi in this tournament here. Uali Mai gets us underway. 7 minutes for New Zealand. The tap is good, says referee, so play on and tap back towards the Samoans. Here's Paul Perez into contact with Weber. Pops it up. The Holo's there. Ball passed backwards. Iono in support. It's Lavasa. Perez is there. Now Samoa looking to try and capitalise on the New Zealand mistake. Uali Mai sized up the options. The kick across ball. Alafati fouls, Saliva scores. He did it against New Zealand in Las Vegas to win the game, and he scored another try here in Tokyo. The presence of mind of Uali Mai. And he's a Centurion with his 121st try. Classic sevens play.
Classic sevens play, but it starts and it all comes from the boot. First of all, it's an incredible restart here. Look at the chase. Only by the little man he got up and won that one. The ball swings out to the right, and once again it's Perez who's got this go forward about him. The ability to offload in the tackle. Tupou does very well keeping the ball in play. Then wonderful hands in there by Lavisa. And once again it's going to come back to the boot of Mai. Have a look here. This is a situation. The New Zealanders have come up to try and shut the outside option. And the big man out wide again. He's caused trouble in every part of the field today. This time out wide, fellow Saliva, superb.
And very little Adi Severe could do. It's like trying to stop a bus coming down a hill with a block of flats tied to it. He is so efficient as Alafati Fal Saliva. There's just no stopping him that close to the line. And more possession through Ken Pesey. This is great play, bobbling ball, and it was Mickelson who was able to get his hand to it last and tap it back to his captain, DJ Forbes. Brilliant run from Forbes. Samoa guilty of coming off their feet. Incorrect angle. Mickelson wants to go on with it. Piutau. Let's see if they've heard what Teachers had to say about spreading it. Weber is through. And Joe Weber responds in the best possible way for New Zealand. The young 18-year-old at a Hamilton Boys High School. New Zealand secondary schools last year, twice member of the World Cup secondary school team in Japan.
Well, Jackman takes it quickly. Webb, it's a little show and go. The hitch kick again. A little touch of an experience here. Maybe he could have got that one in closer. And plus he had Naholo come in as well. The Fijians would have made that pass and scored under to guarantee 7. It could come down to a conversion this game.
All right, let's see if Jackman's got his kicking boots on. This is crucial. Not a bad looking kick. Just off the uprights. Still trailed by 7. It was Lavasa that missed the tackle here. Straight through, too much pace. Lovely feet. So much speed. It's their first 3 or 4 metres, isn't it, that gets them through that gap.
It's good awareness as well, isn't it, for a youngster? You know, the head's up, they're playing what's in front of them.
All right, 2 balls on the field, so we'll just stop the clock there.
Invariably, we'll finish with no balls on the field.
And here we go, 34 passes completed by New Zealand, only 10 to Samoa, and they lead by 7. This is crucial. So Samoa 5th on the current standings. They would dearly love to knock out New Zealand, as Fiji have also not qualified through to the cup status. They'll be playing in the final of the plate competition. So 29 points behind New Zealand are Samoa. New and fresh legs on the field is Joe Yosefo. Comes up to Naholo. Naholo tries to drag him into touch. Entry from Piutau means that he didn't come in correctly through the gate. New Zealand need to get their hands on the ball. Samoa still playing like the champions that they have been in the past of 2010. PC. He certainly doesn't mind the physical contact. Foul Saliva. Now pushing it wide through Lavasa. Iono. Yosefo. Yosefo's got plenty of pace as well. Perez coming back on the angle. Big hit from Perez, and the ball's just been knocked forward there. The patience and the skills being shown by both teams. Exceptional.
Oh, without a doubt here. They're just moving the ball nicely. It's this late switch, but gee, hits this hard, doesn't he? Both Saliva, and still the awareness to know falling to ground. He can hit it on the outside rather. Perez on the big switch there. Superb running again by the big man. Yosefo's had a good impact since he's come on as well, hasn't he?
Yosefo is one of those players that can certainly go 100 metres. Caught the eye of Gordon Titchens actually at the National Sevens tournament, playing for Auckland, representative of the Papatoe Club, and here comes Bryce Heem. Had a little bit to do with this young man. He came with me to Hong Kong a number of years ago to play in the Aliens 10s tournament, and Gordon Titchens came to watch him play. I mentioned to Titch that he's got so much skill. He's got a big engine as well. Great work ethic. What sort of impact can Bryce Heem have on this game? Jackman feeds. Uwali Mai is the man that's been replaced by Yosefo. Here's Piutau. Pushes it wide. Naholo, has that been knocked forward? Yes, it has. Just the mistake that Samoa wanted. The body language from New Zealand at the moment. The heads are down.
They're only one try out of it, though, aren't they? One try out of it. And how quickly we've seen games can change just on one action. So 2 minutes, still a long time to go.
Well, more fresh legs coming on, and it's Visaneer, Lolangi Visaneer, man from former Kelston Boys High School representative. 19-year-old. Second tournament, 4 tries, made his debut last week in Hong Kong. So Tupou now to feed the scrum, and they've got Yosefo out wide. Interesting tactic to use him on defence in the halfback position, but on attack here with ball in hand, and Perez, he's dangerous with ball in hand, is Paul Perez. On the outside of Piutau, could be too strong, pops it up, and Weber is there. Now the new man on the field, Visaneer. Here comes the races. The thoroughbreds are now coming into play. Heem is there, as is Mickelson and Forbes. Trying to get on the outside is another man on the field, Lila Maiava. Forbes desperately trying to hold him up. Discipline required now from the men in the black shirts, and the Samoa in control of this game with Yosefo. Tupou is there. Now it comes back to PC. Ken PC into contact. Tupou is there as always. Lovely feint and dummy. Here comes Far Saliva. Tupou yet again. Jackman comes up and makes a big tackle. Turnover opportunity here for New Zealand, or a penalty. Play on, says the ref. Mickelson was on his feet. Here's a crucial turnover for New Zealand. They need to get the ball out. Piutau is there. Hayden, 3-on-1. Now they push it to Weber. Weber has one more on the outside. That's Langi. Langi Visaneer to Weber. The two school kids trying to get New Zealand back in this game. Bryce Heem, the new man, fresh with fresh legs. Here comes Jackman. Jackman will tie it up. Oh, New Zealand take a bow. Mark Jackman, he came from Rapongi to get that pass. third try in Tokyo and possibly the most important. We're going to extra time.
Well, Willie, you said Jackman was going to be a key player, didn't you, before the game? Well, he stood up at the end here, hasn't he? Samoa just got a little bit too casual. Who forced the turnover was in there for New Zealand with Mickelson. Outstanding play by Mickelson. They did well. Samoa had a player down. They were down to 6 men. They were struggling at this stage. Then the ball gets spread wide to the two youngsters out wide. Weber does very well initially with his support player. Vecino on the outside. He loops around again. And then it's a great line running here from Jackman coming through the middle. Here he comes now. He ran a superb line there. And Samoa, well, dear, oh dear, but you've got to say what great mental and physical resources in this New Zealand side.
Well, I'm exhausted just watching 14 minutes. This is worthy of a final extra time here at the second semi-final. Who wants it most? Who mentally is prepared to go that extra metre for the title? The impact that they've had from the bench, Langi and also Bryce Heem. He's been in this situation many times, as DJ Forbes, as Uali Mai. Afa Iono, ex-Samoan under-20 captain, Charles Piutau. And a big loss for Samoa. Looks like it's Paul Perez that's actually down in backfield. He's their strike player, so they did it all with 6 players, and that's why they were able to score the try. So it is Paul Perez who's off. Extra time now, first team to score points. All-important kickoff. Is that dangerous? Hand is out from the Australian referee, Anthony Moyes. So if there's no advantage here, they'll come back for the penalty. Advantage over, as you just heard. PC stepping on the inside of Joe Weber. Now PC looking for some support. Plenty of fresh legs coming in as well from Afa Masanga, wearing jersey 10 for Samoa. Tupou's been brilliant since he's been on. Just that calming influence. Now looking to pass it out where there are men that are free. Iono has Josefa out to his left, but requires inside. Afa Masanga. Tupou's got it. And Samoa will go through. Alatasi Tupou, he knows that they're the bogey team for New Zealand in 2012. They broke their hearts in Las Vegas. Look at the smile. And I'll imagine the people in Apia are jumping up and down at the moment.
Incredible stuff from Samoa, and you've got to say, over that 14 minutes, they're the team that deserves to go through, Willie, from this game alone. An outstanding performance by Samoa, and their big players stood up, and then it's the youngsters in the end who finished it off. Have a look at this, saw the space on the outside, taken on here by Iono, and there it is, back on the inside to the try scorer. I'm not sure about how he put the ball down in this situation. The coach would have been yelling, just force it properly, son, what are you doing? But anyway, that's the joy and that's youth. Great play, Samoa, well done.
I thought they'd gone the wrong option there with Afa Masanga deciding to come on the inside. Iono firstly, Afa Masanga was there in Tupou. Look at the delight in his face. 2 finalists that many wouldn't have predicted are going to be playing out for the Cup. Australia will take on Samoa. Hope you can stay with us. What a game. Samoa 17, too good for New Zealand 12.